Heading towards the U.S. presidential elections in 2024. A series of notes in the America Voice analyzes the present of the United States for the election event in the Northern Giant. Libertarians nominate Chase Oliver for president and leave aside Trump and Kennedy. It was decided to nominate activist Chase Oliver for president, leaving aside Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s aspiration to be the party's choice and Donald Trump's attempt to get votes from that party in the presidential elections on November 5. In USA, a third party has rarely been competitive in U.S. presidential elections, and 4 years ago the Libertarian candidate received just 1% of the vote. But the party's decision has drawn more attention this year amid a new showdown between Trump and President Joe Biden, which could again be decided by a narrow margin in a handful of states. For his part, Trump appeared on Saturday night at the party's convention in Washington, where he gave a speech that was repeatedly booed by many of the attendees. It did not result in the support Trump addressed supporters Thursday in Crotona Park, a public green space in a neighborhood that is among the most impoverished and diverse in the city, unlike the majority-white areas where he conducts most of his business. Campaign events. Although there was not as much diversity among attendees as there is in the South Bronx as a whole, a large number of Black and Hispanic voters were present and Spanish was heard among the crowd. He presented himself as a better president for Black and Hispanic voters than President Joe Biden, while also attacking Biden on it. The strategy is to show voters in the Bronx and New York that this is not a typical presidential election, that Donald Trump is here to represent every. Nikki Haley says she will vote for Donald Trump in the November 5th general election, encouraging the presumptive Republican nominee to work hard to earn the support of those who backed her in the primaries. That being said, I stand by what I said in my suspension. Meanwhile, President Joe Biden's campaign has been working to win over supporters, whom they consider true swing voters. Biden's team is Kennedy got a better reception during his speech on Friday, when he attacked Trump and Biden for their handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. He had talked about obtaining the support of libertarians, and their support would have helped him speed up the process of accessing the ballot in the 50 states, which is perhaps the biggest obstacle he faces to be eligible for the first presidential debate, to be held in June. Libertarians prioritize smaller government and individual freedoms, with a combination of political positions that could be Elections in Georgia and California overshadow remaining U.S. primary races. U.S. President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump continued their march toward their party's nominations on Tuesday, while other notable early picks took center stage. The Democratic incumbent and his Republican challenger easily won their In the western state of California, Republican State Assemblyman Vince Fong won the special election to replace former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, who resigned in December after 16 years in office. McCarthy resigned as hardline Republican conservatives mounted a successful campaign to remove him as president after just 9 months. Willis was embroiled in a brief controversy earlier this year after it was revealed that she was in a romantic relationship with the special prosecutor she hired. An attempt by a group of defendants to disqualify Willis from the case ended with the judge. If you like the video, please share with your friends, like it. Thank you.